Where y'all at? Why y'all hiding, bro? Come outside. Now, what are we talking about? Real life versus the Matrix. Now, I don't even know what a live chat is, to be honest with you. Let me see. I don't even. Oh, okay. All right. Top chat, live chat. All right. Okay. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Put a 1 if you can hear me.
Oh, you don't lie. He lie?
Yeah, we with it.
Oh, snap. I'm about to go live too.
All right. Y'all can hear me? All right. It's time to come outside. Why y'all hiding? Everybody talking about, yo, you got to put in the work. You know, where you at? You lazy? Come outside. We out here. We out here with the team. We out here. What are y'all doing? Where y'all at, bro? Come outside. Listen, real life versus the Matrix. See, everybody talking on social media. But when it comes to doing the work, people hiding behind these monitors. Take the trip. You got money for Jordans. You got money for designer belts. But you ain't gonna take the trip to come outside? We out here. What are you doing? We live.
Live and direct, y'all. What's going on, everybody? Hey. Man, run them likes up, y'all. This is a legendary moment right here, y'all.
Ain't it?
Run them likes up. Run them up. Come on, y'all. Communicate. Get them impressions up. All of that.
Come outside. Stop hiding. We outside. Look at the background. Where y'all at? Y'all in the house? You buy your computer, right? We out here in the real world. We not online talking. We've been making moves all day. New Breed is live right now on this channel. Make sure you go over there. You're going to see another live stream. We live.
We live,
right
y'all.
now. Come outside. Stop hiding. What are y'all doing?
Y'all know what this is about, y'all. Y'all know what it's about, right? Everybody viewing? Y'all get it?
There you go.
All right. I see.
They in there.
Hey, listen, y'all. There's a lot of people online who have this dog-eat-dog mentality. A lot of competitive jealousy, a lot of envy, a lot of hate towards one another, you know. And they don't understand what we can build together.
Facts.
It's about that time that we start bridging the gap. It's about that time that we start recognizing each other's greatness and embracing that. Wanting to see your brothers win. You know, win. And getting joy out of that. And it's that time, ladies and gentlemen. That's the only way we're going to make it as a whole. It's a bigger picture than what a lot of people can even conceive at the moment. Why? Because they in the matrix. They full of hate. And the Most High only selects a select few that's not in the matrix, unplugged, like Neo, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes social media, YouTube, these platforms, it can keep you in a bind. It can keep you in a matrix system. It can keep you isolated. And it seems like the churches have become online churches and online ministries now. And they're doing everything in their power to use social media, technology to keep us separate. So we trying to say, hey, we all family. Like my brother Ringo eloquently put, come outside. Come outside and build with your people who are like-minded, going in the same direction, wanting more for themselves, wanting more for their families. And this is the time, y'all. Listen, at the beginning of the year, we talked about it being ascension phase.
It's right there.
Where it's just not talk no more, all that talk. No more debate, no more strife, none of that. The Most High got his key players. And it's time, y'all. Come outside. And we streaming live. Listen, check this out. Right now, we streaming live from 3 platforms. You got New Breed Global Truth, Ringo TV Reactions, and you got Congregation of the Mighty. Y'all need to be subscribing. Y'all need to be, listen, running the likes up, running those impressions up. Because right now, there's a glitch in the matrix happening. And people don't even see it. But it's here. It's here, y'all. What's up, man?
Come outside.
Come outside.
Stop hiding. See, here's the thing. You got a lot of people being religious when there's opportunities.
Right.
Where we out here making real moves in the real world. Not hiding. Not talking a good talk on social media, getting the likes and the views, but then nobody's putting, boots on the ground to actually talk. They're not doing that. You know what I mean? It's like they want to have this image in front of other people. But when it comes to actually doing the work, where they at? All of a sudden now, they're in hiding. How many of you brothers that are talking took a trip? How many of y'all linked up together to actually build something, did something to show the people? Or is this just a social media thing?
Right.
I have people saying, oh, Ringo, you lazy. You never leave the studio. Fam, I'm out here. I'm outside. Where you at? I don't see you. I see Breed over here.
Salute.
I see you with the dot over here.
We out here.
We out here. With the family.
Right.
Yeah.
Talking, putting in work.
Real life.
Real life.
Real life.
Real.
In living color.
Real life.
Face to face.
That's
real unity,
they here.
Real love amongst brothers. Like, ain't no, is there any beef out here?
No.
Ain't no beef.
Man.
None.
Nope.
Like,
And Ringo said something key. He said building. We
Building.
ain't talking about building a church.
Right.
We ain't talking about building no congregation. Nah, we talking about community. We actually talking legitimate building. Not no religious spirit, none of that.
And we eating too.
And we eating good. We eating good. You know what I'm saying?
we got Floridian Rollo over here. He was just pulled up last week.
Man, salute. Let me show some man.
Salute to Rollo.
Salute
Floridine
to
Rollo, let's go. Salute.
Let's go. Yeah.
He was out here.
Yeah.
He didn't hide. He came out here. Rollo was out here, putting in work, did what he had to do.
Man,
he wasn't hiding.
He wasn't hiding.
Man. Man. I just think about how everybody, interact on YouTube. And just like what y'all was saying, it's like people are just stuck right there on YouTube and not able to build. It is because you could continue on growing your platform as long as the people stay tapped into YouTube. But what happens at the end of the day when the people are not able to build with each other, when the people are able to connect with each other, when the people can't look eye to eye with each other and really have some type of camaraderie, man, that's not what real life is. So that's why this here kind of connection right here is important. You know how this inspires the youth? You know how this inspires the people, the nation? Man.
Absolutely.
Listen, we had a chance to talk about real things in person. Not hiding. We in person, face to face. When you meet people face to face and you're able to break bread and communicate like men, not hiding, where you can really interact and be like, okay, I understand what you're talking about. That's power. See, what we're trying to do is get the brothers to think about building to the point where we meet in the real world.
Right.
Not on this social media where you can hide and you don't know how brothers really are till you meet them in person and see how they really moving. Because you could tell when somebody real and when somebody fake.
Right.
And the thing is, social media, it make people say things they don't really mean, act like they really cool, act like they down with something, but really, they not about nothing. They just like to talk and hear themselves. But when you can actually make the moves, put boots on the ground and see things for what they really are, that's when you really start to see the potential, not only in what you're doing, but also within yourself. As a man, you begin to realize like, wow, I didn't know I was even capable of doing this. So you mean I could really come outside? I could really interact with other brothers without fighting and arguing and wanting to kill one another? I can really do that?
Right.
I didn't know I could do that.
Because that's how it look online. It look like you can't do it. It look like
Exactly.
there's no way possible,
Right.
right? That's how it make people make it sound.
We battle against two matrix. One is in the confines of our bubbles that some would say the city or wherever you live in, where so-called chosen ones, the real chosen ones, are few and far in between, right? And so it's like you out here living your life, you kind of like alone, right? And so what the Most High is requiring out of his people at this moment is to actually be able to navigate like he would have you navigate, so you can coexist and bond with those people that he did choose, but they just spread out. And ladies and gentlemen, I know y'all can relate to what I'm about to say. How many of y'all living in cities, y'all living in different places where you feel like, man, I'm all by myself? No, you got a family out here, a whole family out here that the Most High made for you. But he's requiring you to get out of your comfort zones. He's requiring you to be willing to be a used vessel for him in order to reach the people that he will have you reach. And this is the time, ladies and gentlemen. 2024, it's a whole new dynamic right now. It's a whole nother element. Y'all get what's going on? This is history in the making. Because it ain't no spirit of preeminence. Listen, it's all love. You understand what I'm talking about?
Right.
Amongst people who are like-minded. We're not talking about no religious zealots. We're not talking about somebody who's trying to rule and reign over you and all of that. No. That ain't what we talking about right now. We talking about building with chosen ones who have to go through the daily rigmarole with dealing with these cities, dealing with these vipers, dealing with these snakes, dealing with these individuals who don't have your best interests at heart, constantly being on guard, and finally relating with your family that the Most High set aside so he can get his work done, because it's all about his will. Do you understand?
Right.
It's all about his will, y'all. We doing the will of the Father. Powerful times we living in right now. These my brothers right here. You understand? Because when you get amongst the like-minded, you feel as if you amongst family. It's easy. It only take 5 minutes of meeting a person, shaking their hand, looking them eye to eye and saying, yo, that's my brother right here. Yep. The Most High. All the times I was dealing with the pressures in the city and pressures of different things and people not being able to relate to what we actually go through, being set apart in this life, all of that dwindles in seconds.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, the Most High, he's working. So the time is now, y'all. The time is now. Yeah. All praises, yeah.
You have to be about this truth, but you have to be real. And the thing is, a lot of people are stuck in the matrix. You know what I mean? You're stuck in the same old rat race, doing the same thing every single day. And you become accustomed to that. You become complacent. And you're paralyzed. You don't even want to move. Even down to the other day where Brother Newbreed made an announcement. He said he's disassociating himself from the Israelite community. And people got upset, not realizing what he's talking about. What he's talking about is these cliques and this religious cloud of people that just want to gather together to argue about what is the feast day and what is the Sabbath day and who's the name and all this other stuff. And while we're doing that, we're not growing as a people. We're not building no businesses. We're not doing anything. All we're doing is wasting a lot of time growing older.
Right.
When are we going to actually take the ideas and plans that we always had and make sense of these things and really be men and make them come to pass?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, we have a limited amount of time. But when we join together and bring like-minded men together and really break bread in real time, not online, not in the comments, shalom, shalom, but actually meeting in person. It's something about when you meet people in person. Yeah. It says a lot. It means you're not hiding. Come outside and stop hiding.
I got a hashtag that. Hashtag come outside. Whole time.
Listen, let me tell you something, man. There's a lot of things going on behind the scenes, man. A lot of things going on behind the scenes. And my thing is, I want a lot of you brothers especially, we got to get to the point where we stop this just online. Online is a world of its own, but the real world is where we really live. That's where we're stressed out at. That's where we deal with paying bills. That's where we deal with all the headaches. That's where the government comes in and do what they want with you, and your job tell you you're fired. It's in the real world. They don't do that online. It's in the real world. So we gotten so accustomed to the matrix that when it's time to do real things, we're afraid.
Right.
We got to stop that. We got to learn how to connect with one another.
I'll order one too.
Because it's very important. Relationships.
Right.
Relationships. Some things happened to me, even while I came out here to North Carolina. If I didn't have no connection with the brothers, especially with New Breed, you know what I mean? He came through and supported a brother, bruh. You have to understand, if you don't have relationships, you don't got nothing.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we got to learn how to respect one another as men and want to see the next man grow. There was another brother, and I keep bringing this up. I apologize to the brother because I don't know your full name, but I know it ends with Tazar. And you were the one that commented.
Chawatazar?
Yeah,
It's Chawatazar.
Shawatazar?
Yeah, he
Okay.
pronounces it a little bit different.
Oh,
but
all
it's
right.
Chawat-
All right, so Chawatazar, right? He came in and he gave some commentary after New Breed made a speech about building community. And he talked about how we got to really, as men, as brothers, really have a respect for one another and a love for your brothers for real. Not no fake stuff, man.
Right.
You got to be real.
Because
Because we've been fake too long, and it's to the point now where we're afraid to build and work with one another. It's almost like we're expecting that, oh, it's some scam and you're gonna use me, and you know,
But
that's
we
not
should-
what this
we
is
should-
about,
we
man.
should.
Because
No
when it
problem.
comes to the other
I know
nations,
if you ordered two.
they don't do that. When it comes to the other nations, they build with one another. They
right.
work with one another, and they accomplish great things. With us, we don't want to put our hands to the plow. It's like we look at each other as if though, you know, this is not gonna work. We always think in the negative. Oh, this ain't gonna work. Oh, we'll never be able to join together.
Right.
Oh, we'll never be able to work together. We gotta stop that negativity, fam.
Right.
We gotta start thinking big. And we have to start having confidence in one another. This is why I'm saying you gotta come outside.
You good, New Breed?
You gotta
You
come
good.
outside.
Turn it back.
And you
I
have
think
to
it's lean back.
realize that the people are watching. You have a lot of you folks out there. Let me talk to the people. A lot of y'all are watching what's going on, and it's a good look when you see the brothers actually building and meeting in the real world, because a lot of times y'all see this social media thing and y'all think this is just social media. No, man, you got to take a flight. You got to drive. You got to come on out and meet people
Right.
and find out where they at and what we really can do.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because there's so much potential and there's a lot of things that need to be done, but it takes teamwork to make the dream work. You know what I mean? So I need for y'all out there, man, to really like get involved. You know what I mean? Don't be afraid of your own people. We got to stop being afraid, man. Listen,
Facts.
a lot of people will come out of their pockets to support the other nations with ease.
Right.
They not even building nothing for you. They not doing nothing for you. And I understand business is business. Maybe they have a service that you like. But my point is, we do that with so much ease, we don't even think about it.
Right.
But if it's our own people,
Right.
we're like, I don't want to see them prosper. Nah, I'm not putting my money in there. No,
Right.
no. I don't want to see them have a nice house. It's like we get jealous of one another instantly. We don't mind the
Right.
other nations having that. We don't mind the other nations living the best.
Right.
But when it comes to our people, it's like, man, why we have this venom towards one another? And we're constantly talking about the curses. Oh, you know, the curses of Deuteronomy. We love to quote Deuteronomy 28. But what about the blessings?
The blessings.
What about being blessed in the field, blessed in the city? What about being the lender and not the borrower? You know what I mean? And this is why New Breed said he's denouncing himself from these Israelite communities. He's not talking about denouncing his faith. He's talking about these cliques, these online clubs that anytime you do something wrong, they quick to point it out and try to throw you under the bus. People out here talking all of this nonsense about, oh, you know, this and that. When are you going to come outside and build? When are you going to work?
Absolutely.
When are you going to show yourself? I mean, you're a grown man. It's the time. Look, the time is now, fam.
The time is now.
Look,
Yeah.
I understand you got a life, you got things you got to do. Maybe you got your own worries and your own fears. But one thing you're not supposed to fear is your own people. We supposed to really be building with one another.
Right.
So, hey, get connected. You know what I mean? You have any questions about situations regarding the land, hit up New Breed. You already know what it is. You got your Witazai over here. Hit them up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Stop looking at. Go ahead.
We'll put whatever questions that people have. Usually, if we see people having questions,
Right.
we'll make sure that that's ready and available for everybody to see on the newbreed.love website. Why? Because everybody's questions, their concerns, all of that stuff is relevant. We want to respect everybody's questions and concerns. Why? Because we really want to see progress. There's nothing to hide. You know what I'm saying? We want to make sure that that's open and available to everybody. But just like Ringo is saying, you know, is what's more important. If we ever going to really see any progress, we have to start making progress offline. It can't just be online progress, because the only ones that's winning with online progress really is just YouTube. YouTube is the one that's winning the most. And we're really just building out the infrastructures of all of the other nations, right? When they build something, then here we come every time. And then we're not able to build bridges with each other, right? The more that we've been on YouTube, the more you see the bridges amongst each other being destroyed.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like at an all-time high now, because people feel comfortable and feel safe in their house.
Right.
And then a silo is created where you have somebody just talking on YouTube, right? And they want to keep you there because they're actually able to make a couple of crumbs on YouTube, right? But YouTube is the one that's winning. And they got a community there. They got Silicon Valley, right, fellas?
Yeah.
They got a whole community. You can go live at Google right now.
Right. That's a
While
fact.
we spending all our money, all the content creators, everybody doing everything, how about we go create our own content studios, just like
Facts.
Ringo been saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could have been did this, but
Yeah.
is when they make it, then here we come.
And that's the second matrix that we were talking that I was going to go to as well. It's a great segue, because that second matrix is social media.
Yeah, we can switch.
That second matrix is social media.
Right.
You know, it gives people a false sense of security. It gives people pacification. It gets people stagnant. Let's just be real about it. They want to keep you entertained. There's a lot of content creators out there that's all about nonsense, and that's what they push to you. They're literally shoveling it to you. They're not exposing what's happening in reality. They're just trying to keep you entertained. Are you not entertained? And they understand how that can be used as a weapon. But if you break that spell, start to renew your mind, and look at the people who are really making these type of moves that we're making right now, you will get a further understanding on the direction that you have to go personally. So I just hope that this gathering is encouraging to you, brothers and sisters, because at the end of the day, they don't want to see that. This is a glitch in the matrix. It's a glitch. It's a whole glitch. We were never supposed to wake up and desire to want more and actually have compassion and care for each other the way we do. That's not supposed to happen. We're supposed to have competitive jealousy.
Right.
We're supposed to hate one another.
Right.
Social media builds this bravado on people where they start thinking they more than what they are, and the humility disappears. We're not on that. It's time, y'all. Real talk.
It's time to come outside and stop hiding. You're doing a lot of talking, but no connecting. Everything is about relationships. A lot of you don't understand. It's like you could be on social media and doing the most to build something, and you'll have a whole multitude trying to tear down what you're working on, which is supposed to benefit everybody if they just get involved.
Right.
But they don't want to do that because it's like they have a defeatist mentality, where it's like they already done judged everything in a negative way. Why?
Right.
Because they never had no sort of success. So they figure you're not supposed to.
Right.
You have more people that have confidence in you failing than you being successful. I had people that literally left messages telling me, Ringo, you know, if you were to get demonetized, you got to go find yourself a real job. And I'm saying to myself, bro, why would you even say that? What's in your heart that you would say something like that? Shouldn't you want me to win? Shouldn't you want to see the best? So why would you want to wish something like that?
They can't see you winning if you're not on the plantation.
There you go.
They can't see you winning if you're not working for massa. Right? They can't see you winning if you're working with each other, because for over 400 years, we haven't had a history or a track record of working with each other.
Right.
And that's the reason why that defeatist mindset sticks with our people. And then anytime somebody steps up and say, wait a minute, why we just doing this? Why can't we just go and work together and build our own? It's just like, what are you talking about?
Right.
You know, like what did Harriet Tubman say? She said, I freed many slaves, but I could have freed more if they only knew that they were slaves, right?
Exactly.
You
They
know,
only
so
knew.
If
They only knew.
Yup. And it's through comfortability. And again, and I'm gonna bring this second matrix up one more time for y'all, because it's deep, because meeting in person is different than social media. And I gotta explain this to you, right? On YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, whatever somebody's popular on, right? People can be whoever they want to be. Do you understand that people can literally create who they are on social media?
That's a fact.
And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is dangerous.
Right.
Because it builds up these caricatures, and they'll live in those caricatures, and they have all this following, all this influence. But until you are face to face with an individual, and you are right there, like, yo, this is a good brother right here.
Right.
I can look this brother in his face and say, yo, this that stuff that Ringo talks about, man, this man is a good man. I can look at this man and say, this is a good brother. But guess what? If I didn't meet him in person, one can only speculate. Yeah, we seen with Diddy Dow, right? On the exterior, right? Seems like a good man, but the skirt on people are always going to be lifted, or they're always going to be exposed. But it takes longer on social media. When you're in person, when you're interacting, you can see everything. Like, yo.
Right.
And that's what we got to break out of. The second matrix, y'all. We got to get out of that, man. And, we invite everybody to join Unlimited Potentials. Man, listen, the time is now. It's time to gather. Come outside. Over time.
Listen, we got some things that we're going to take care of. Some surprises that are coming up. You know what I mean? Some behind the scenes content. We're going to show you how it's done. You know what I mean? Because, again, people talk a lot, but we're going to show a lot. Because what we want you folks out there is to see results. You know what I mean? Actions speak louder than words. People love to talk, but when you look for them, I don't see them. Where is everybody? Where is all the naysayers? Where are y'all? Are y'all gonna take that flight to come outside? Or are you gonna stay and hide online in the comment section talking about, oh, this person is this and that? What results are you getting? What team you built? What team of men and brothers you got together? Even sisters that you work with. Because a lot of you ladies out there, you have a lot of potential, you have a lot of skills, a lot of knowledge that could be useful in a lot of areas. You know what I mean? So all of that needs to be mobilized and connected. Because we have purpose. And there's a lot that needs to be done. But we need each other. No man is better than the next man.
Right.
We need each other. Do you understand that? If the world is going crazy and all havoc is breaking loose, if we got each other, we can't lose.
Right.
Do you understand that? But if we thinking selfish, like, oh, it's just about me. Well, I got a job, Ringo. I'm good. I don't need nothing. I don't need this. What's going to happen if that disappears? What's going to happen if that falls? Now you're going to wish you were down. Now you're going to wish that, oh, man, I should have hollered at those brothers. You know what I mean?
Hey, I was going to say this, fellas, like, a lot of people that's on social media, on YouTube, they've dedicated their whole entire lives to bringing out a message to people. And so we know that is a part of doing the work, right?
Right.
We know that getting online, teaching the people, breaking down information for the people, because when people are informed, that that puts them in a position to be able to take real action, right?
Right.
You know, that's the power of social media, is that we are all more informed than when we ever been, right? But here's the thing. Yes, that is a part of doing the work, but what we want to do is accomplish something tangible, something that the people can actually interact with, feel, not just hit a like button, you know, not just send a cash app. Let's actually come together and do something tangible, and you know, and I just want to say, you know, for the brothers and sisters that's out there putting out information, this is not about, what we're talking about right now is not about diminishing anybody's work, right? What you're doing is needed, but you all are needed as well to help drive people towards tangible work that's really going to make a difference for our people, because this is the lifetime that we have. Whatever time that the Almighty going to give us to do that, that should be what you want to do. And so,
That's
you
right.
know, this here is really encouraging. You know, seeing both of my brothers, you know, stepping out boldly. You know, these brothers don't have to be outside. They don't have to. They could be on YouTube right now and just, man, ad revenue is good. YouTube ad revenue is good. You know, super chats is good. Cash apps is good. All that stuff is good. They don't have to be here. You know why they're here? Because they see a bigger picture, and they know that there's tangible actions that need to be made, and they in a position to be able to do it. And that's a righteous thing. And like Ringo, you said this, you know, no one should feel forced. It should be a natural thing. It should be a natural gravitation towards, you know what, I see I have the ability to be able to make a difference. I think I want to do that. So if this is something that you feel as though you want to do, you're going to see a lot of things in the next couple of days. You're going to be like, wow, that's what they doing?
Yep.
Them brothers is coming together doing that?
Yep.
In real life?
Yep.
It's going to change everything. I mean, listen, YouTube is great. Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff is great. But what makes those platforms great is people that's coming on there creating the content, doing something.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There's only but so long you could talk about what you're doing. There's only but so long you could talk about what other people are doing. You're
Right.
going to have to eventually get out there, and you're going to have to do something. That's what makes those social media platforms great.
Right. And hey, I want to say this too. It's up from here. That's what I want y'all to understand. When the men of the Most High come together, spiritual barriers are moved. Things that are coming against us, I gotta make this clear to y'all. Once plans are in motion, once things are going, nothing stops it. Because the Most High creates those bonds and those unions. And what was about to be created is something great. And once the ball is rolling, once things are in motion, it's no stopping it. So I know I've realized there's a lot of camps, congregations, people, you know, just negativity. There's a lot of negativity out there, right? Listen, and I want to say this, you know, personally to my audience, listen, don't feed into the negativity. Right
That's
now,
right.
there's a divide between wheat and tare, right? You got to understand the difference between people who are about something in your life. For a long time, I talked about separating from certain people, being protective with your energy. Who you know, you want to make sure the people that you're in confines with are top tier people. Even if that means you,
That's right.
even if that means you backing up, veering off for certain individuals, because some of y'all watching, it's some of the people in your lives that will convolute your judgment. And you know, you got to make sure that you standing firm in your principles and your morals and everything above, so you're able to navigate in this day and age that we live in.
That's
So
right.
you can be amongst great people. There's a scripture in Proverbs that tell us, look, if you were doing the work, you'll be you'll be in the presence of great men,
Yeah.
of kings, and that's what's happening. The
Your
Most
gift
High-
will make room for you.
Yep, your gift will make room for you. And that's what Unlimited Potentials is all about. Your gift making room for you. Whatever your strong suits are. Listen, this ain't like straightway. We're not trying to get out here and say something like, yo, where all the builders at, and, yo, can you build a house and do it? Listen, people from all walks of life. I don't care if you do IT, if you're a podcaster, if you got a YouTube channel. You are special. You specialize in graphic design. You do postcards. You know, listen, whatever it is that you skilled at, that's what Unlimited Potentials is all about. Making sure that your gifts make room for you and your future. And this is something that's very powerful. And that's the move that the Most High is making right now to exemplify our gifts and our talents. So, you know, everybody need to get involved. You know what to do. Hit newbreed.love. Come through there if you got a project proposal, if you got something that you want to put in the works, or you just want to be involved. Newbreed.love, navigate the website, figure out everything you need to figure out to get involved, yo, because the time's now, yo. Yes, sir.
A lot of you out there have to consider this one thing: the people you hanging around.
Yep.
The people you hanging around can be responsible for distracting you from actually changing your life and making moves that's going to better not only yourself but your family and your generations to come. When people have a negative spirit, it's like a cancer. They want everybody else to have it too. So they'll come to you with gossip or chinche, hearsay, a bunch of nonsense to distract you from what your heart told you you should be doing. I mean, how many of you out there have plans and dreams and goals, and you've been having these dreams and goals for years and you never put no action to it because of the people you're hanging around? So you're going to have to get rid of those unholy alliances and graduate into being around productive-minded people that constantly want to grow. I cannot be around people that are thinking low. And that's not no disrespect to anybody that haven't, I guess, elevated yet. But my point is, when you hang around nothing but negative energy, it drains you and it just makes you paralyzed. And you can't grow. We're grown men. And we're still acting like we're in high school. We're still acting like we have time to be playing. We got kids that are growing up and they need us to open them doors and set standards so that they can now take the baton and move forward. So again, we're gonna be showing y'all some things. You know, we going, you know, man, there's so many things that's happening there.
Right.
So many things that's happening, and you really have to understand the potential. The potential that we all have when unified. Because I've been hearing this for so long. People, especially our people, they're always saying, oh, we can't unite. We can't. No, we can. The problem is you just don't want to come outside. You want to stay in the closet. You want to hide online. You want to be in the comments. It makes you feel good to click on that computer and go in the comments, who cares about those guys? Well, what are you doing with yourself? Outside that 9 to 5. Outside that job that you don't like. I mean, come on, when is it going to end? The rat race. The same thing every single day. You have potential to change that. You have opportunities. We got a lot of people that are talented, gifted, and have so much potential, but they're not utilizing it because they're afraid of relationships. We got to stop this. We got to stop this. We got to learn how to join forces, learn how to respect one another, and take those risks. Everybody in business understands risk. You have to sometimes fail to win. Do you understand that? You can't be afraid of failure. And it's not that we're talking about failure. The point is you have to have that mindset of, look, I'm jumping. And I guarantee you everything gonna be good.
That's right. You gotta step out on faith.
Gotta step out on faith.
Everybody in the world has heard that term. You gotta step out on faith. Because if you don't do that, you don't even know what you can accomplish if you hadn't even put your hands to the plow to try it.
Right.
You know, and that's the message that I know that I've been saying this. I say it over and over again. It has to be nation over religion. Nation over religion. Nation over religion. Why? Because if religion has gotten you to a place of saying two or more can't walk together unless they agree, when you take a look around and you see people working together that don't agree with each other working in these jobs. They're building all kinds of stuff here. People clocking in, clocking out with people they don't agree with every day and making progress.
That's a good
point. So you can't put the progress of your people over religion. You can't put religion over the progress of your people. You can't do that, right? Because at the end of the day, we are all hurt. The next generation is hurt, and nothing gets done.
Think about what he just said.
Right. Yep.
Think about what he just said about you working at a 9 to 5. You're working around people that you may not agree with,
Right.
but you understand the business. You got to get the job done.
Gotta get it done.
You can have
Absolutely.
disagreements with coworkers, but you got to get the
the
job
job
done.
done.
That's
Supervisors coming. We got to get this work done, bro.
Right.
Let's put all our differences aside and understand there's a purpose. This is what we mean by, separating ourselves from this and that. Because when you think about it, what are a lot of these brothers in the truth really doing? Just arguing.
Sowing discord.
Sowing discord, gossiping, and talking about, what's his name? What's his this? What is this holy day? Well, I take the feast days. Bro, when are you going to grow up?
Right.
Do you understand how crazy we look?
Right.
The other nations are building hotels and buildings and infrastructure, and we busy online talking about one another.
Right.
Broke, not making no money. All this time being wasted. Fam, what's the matter? What are we doing?
What are we doing? Yep.
Think about what the Most High is feeling. When the other nations know how to work together. New Breed talked about Black Wall Street. You have Chinatown, where the Asian community are building, working with one another. You don't see them outside fighting all day.
Right.
You don't see that.
You don't even
Right.
see them online doing
You don't
it.
even.
Right.
I
Yeah,
have
yeah.
yet
I've
to
never
come
seen
across
that.
And
a YouTube
yep.
channel where you got people from Chinatown fighting with each other. Now they might fight with each other in their community, but
Right.
at the same time they get up and go to work and they
Right.
continue on contributing to that
And,
community.
and let me ask y'all this: when y'all hear Black Wall Street, what religion comes to y'all mind? None, right?
Right.
When you hear Black Wall Street, you don't think about Egyptology. You don't think about Israelites. You don't think about none of that, right?
Nah.
So you gotta understand how business works.
Yeah.
Now, we've gotten so religious that we don't understand business. And it's so foreign to us when we start speaking a certain language, people just automatically they black out and they like, yo, bring me back to my camp in my church because I don't know what they're talking about.
Right.
But business is what's gonna build us as people. And it ain't got nothing to do with selling out and this, that, and the third. No, you gotta listen. Every melanated, everybody in the world, be about your business. Be about your business, and the rest will follow. Because business-minded people connect with each other.
Yeah.
That's how Ringo brought it up earlier. How are they able to build these nice infrastructures and all that, and work together in unison without no issues? They about their business.
That's it.
If we are honoring God's law, statutes, and commandments, and they tell you that you need to be, they always bring up the curses, like they identify themselves by curses.
Only.
It's
Yeah.
amazing to
Only.
me.
Never by the blessings.
Never by the blessings.
Never by the blessings.
But when you go to Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, there's gifts and curses. Let's talk about those gifts for a moment. Now, those gifts says that you will be the lender and not the borrower. You will be above and not beneath. Your storehouse will be full. You'll be plenteous in goods. If we really are the Most High Yah's people, like we proclaiming online, we got camps, churches, and everything above, why are we not living this out? Now, in order for you to be the lender and not the borrower, you would have to have your own stores.
Yeah.
You would have to have your own businesses. You would have to have your own banks, for that matter. When are we going to start living that out? We will live it out, because it tells us in Scripture, when we deliver from our captivity, we will be in abundance. It don't
Right.
say like we're going to be in tents and we're going to be running and scurrying. No.
Right.
The Most High said in the prophecy, he would do a new thing that will pale in comparison to what happened in Egypt when we were delivered. This new thing requires motion. It requires men of like-mindedness being obedient to his truth. And that's what's happening right now. And we got to wake up to this and get on board and do what it is we're supposed to be doing. Be about your business.
Right.
And the rest will follow suit.
And you know something, I always want to say this for the naysayers and for the individuals that say, well, I don't think we can do it, right?
Right.
I could guarantee you, if you put your mind to it right now and you decide that you want to start a business right now, right? Start an online business right now. Soon as you launch your business and you start marketing your business and revenue starts coming in, you're not going to care about who purchased your product.
Right.
You're not going to be sitting there, wait a minute,
What
are you an
nation?
Israelite?
Right.
Are you an Israelite?
Yeah.
You're not going to be thinking about that. You're going to be thinking like, wow, somebody supported my business. Now I can go and generate more revenue to help grow my business and help some of the causes that I care about.
Yeah.
You know, that's what doing business is about, right? Our ancestors did the same thing. They had the common space where the sojourners would come in, and those sojourners would support their businesses, right? And that's how you see every culture. You go to Chinatown, they're not asking you, hey, what religion you are,
Exactly.
before they serve you. They give you whatever you purchase and whatever you buy. I go into a store, I go get some Greek food. They Muslim or something like that, right? They don't ask me, hey, what's your religion, before they want to give me the best service possible.
Right.
They do a good job. They give me a good product. I pay for my stuff, and I get up and I go, right? Why don't we have that?
Right.
And it's not like we can't have it. We don't have it because we have been afraid to step out on business, to step out on faith, and we have not believed in ourselves. It's not like we don't have the resources. His brothers out here making plenty of money right now, right? And it's just like, you know what? I made it on my own. You go figure it out. You go do it. No, we have to do it. That's the only way you're going to achieve it.
Right.
If you put it all on just one person's back, and say, you know what, you got money, why you didn't do this, why you didn't do that? And the first thing that's going to happen when that person goes and step out on business to do it, they're going to wait to see, are you going to come and support it?
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that happens to us too often, is that one person will go out on faith, build it, right, and they sitting back waiting, how come my people not supporting me?
Yeah.
Right.
Where are my people at? Meanwhile, other cultures are building your stuff up, right? I told my brothers about Elaine Brown, who is a ex-Black Panther. She was the chairwoman of the Black Panther Party, directly under Huey P. Newton, right? This here sister just built an $87 million property for low-income families, people that are just coming out of jail, and she's giving them opportunities to start business. And you know what she said? None of my people helped me invest into this here building. It was all other nations investing into it. And at the last minute, you know who finally gave her an investment? Black Lives Matter gave her $1 million. Out of $87 million, Black Lives Matter gave her $1 million. The other $86 million came from every other nation. Now that is a shame.
Yep.
Yeah.
We have to change. We have to change and start supporting each other. We have to believe that we can do it, and it will get done.
Right.
We got to stop making excuses. The excuses have to stop.
Support your interests, you know, and
Man, it's the time to advance. It's up from here. And you know, nation over religion is a big deal, because let me tell you something about the religious folks, the camps, congregations, and so forth. It's something they don't quite comprehend. It's crazy because it's like they the most Bible quoting, scripture toting people in the world, but they be missing something that's underlining. Yo, the so-called biblical Israelites, the biblical Israelites, not so-called, they sold to other nations. They were literally, like, if you look how business was conducted, there's rules and regulations in regards to that too.
That's right.
But it's like they miss all of that because they so busy trying to manipulate and control people instead of trying to empower people. And that's the phase that we on. Going up from here, unlimited potentials, is about empowerment of our people.
That's right.
We haven't had a so-called black empowerment movement in a long time. But the Most High, you know, he's choosing those who's going to bring that forward. I oblige you to be a part of something like that, brothers and sisters, because the time is now. Absolutely.
We're going to see.
Yep.
We're going to see what it's looking like, fellas. Like,
Yep.
Listen,
We got some plans.
a lot of
yeah.
plans, a lot of things that's in the works. My final thoughts on the whole thing here is come outside. Stop hiding. You know, put your boots on the ground. See for yourself. Sometimes you gotta experience things yourself. You know, I can tell you, hey man, you need to try some of this pizza right here. But if you never taste and see,
right.
then you won't know.
Right.
You'll just post comments. Well, I don't like that. That's not mine. Well, I don't like the way it looked. Did you try it? No, I don't want to. I already know.
I heard somebody else said this.
Yeah, they always use these excuses. You know what it is? Excuses.
Yep.
They making excuses.
Stop making excuses.
So you got time to go online to talk about nothing, but you don't got no time to actually put boots on the ground, make moves, meet people, interact with real people in the real world. Real people.
Right.
Look how some of y'all were commenting when you saw the videos with me and New Breed. Some of y'all said it made y'all day. It made your day just to see that. That was a good look. Yo, this is a good look. Brothers linking up. Now, what if all the brothers linked up? What if all the brothers started to really plan out these type of trips? Like, yo, let's all link up, man.
Right.
Let's all come outside. That's gonna make headline news. And now the brothers are gonna understand what real unity is about, because you have a bunch of like-minded men that are on their purpose. You know?
Right.
So
And want to see each other succeed. That's the
Absolutely.
most important. Everybody want to
Absolutely.
win, man. If we coming out as a team, it's about all of us winning. It ain't about how many points you scored or how many points you scored. It's like, did we win?
Right.
What did we get accomplished today?
did we win?
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So hey, final thoughts on the situation from New Breed. Let's go.
Hey man, listen, my final thoughts is this. Listen. Don't allow the religious zealots to control you. Don't allow the people who may be convoluting your judgment to control you. The people that it could be friends, family, colleagues, associates, don't matter who it is. If they don't want to see you winning, you need to get away from those people.
Yeah.
Even if you got to walk alone. Sometimes you got to take the narrow path, and it's a Damascus road. You understand? But it's all a process that you're going through. Where the Most High is about to build you up to be amongst great people. A lot of times I've done material about being a loner, this, that, and the third. Relating to the introverted brothers and sisters out there, as well as people who just chosen ones who are few and far in between, and they're not able to find people they can connect with. And in the midst of all that, I realized that those times alone is actually the Most High trying you like gold through the furnace. He's molding your character. He's giving you a vantage point that most people don't have. And you've been chosen for something great. That's why he said, look, I care about this person enough to set them aside from everybody else in the world, and I'm gonna place them in this position where I'm gonna give them a bird's eye view of everything, where they can't just quite fit in something that doesn't make no sense, because these people ain't living right. Your spirit is not connecting with that. So what you got to understand is what the Lord is preparing you for is to actually go out on faith. Whether it is you working at a job and you just in this mundane situation where you want more and you know you can do more, he wants you out of your comfort zone. He wants you willing to be able to be used. He needs willing vessels. That's all it really boils down to. That's what will make you great, being willing to be used by the Father, by the Most High, and being about your purpose, and be willing to come outside. And be
Come
used.
outside.
Come outside, y'all. Stop playing. This summer finna be scorching. It's up from
Come
here.
outside.
It's up from here. They can't stop us from evolving. You understand?
Yeah.
But that's my final thoughts on it, man. Listen, hey, man, the chat is lit. Thank y'all for joining, man.
Where do they find you,
Yeah.
like, to get information?
Newbreed.love.
There you go.
And there's a tab there that says support this mission. You click on that tab, you can put in project proposals. Well, not quite yet, it's up and coming,
Right.
but you can sign up. There's an application there where you can put in your trade skills, and it doesn't matter what those trades and skills are. IT, you doing graphic design, you a podcaster, you a YouTuber, don't matter what it is. And if you do contractor work as well, you a construction worker, you may have a trucking company.
Got a business.
A business of some sort, or a potential investor. If you like, yo, I like what these brothers is doing, and this is great, I can see the vision. Yo, newbreed.love, tap in, and fill out that paperwork real quick. Well, it ain't paperwork, that digital work real quick, and then eventually we gonna meet in real life. And then we gonna get business done. Sit amongst the table and get this thing going because the time is now.
That's
Yep.
right.
Okay. Brother,
Yep.
you're with the Zot. What are your
Yeah.
thoughts, your final thoughts on the situation?
Family, listen, my final thoughts is this. You know, what we're talking about doing, you know, we really haven't seen a lot of these type of things in our lifetime. It's not a race.
Right.
We're not in a rush. Okay? This is a marathon. We're gonna have to continue on going until we get to the finish line. And I will tell you this: anybody that's been in any type of challenge or any type of race, or you was trying to accomplish something, you was trying to get to a particular goal, you had so many people around you waiting to see you fail. Waiting to see you have some type of downfall, right? But then there's other people that are cheering you on. You just have to focus on that. You have to focus on the fact that you put your mind in something to accomplish, and that's what you have to stay on that. So what y'all see us brothers coming together to do, there's going to be a lot of naysayers. A lot of people can't wait to see the brothers slip up in some type of way, right? But you know what? Y'all is on our side, and if it be y'all's will, the things that we're talking about doing, they can be accomplished real fast. But it's all about His time. Okay, so what we're talking about doing, we're not just sitting back twiddling our thumbs. We're working every single day hard. Brothers is working every single day hard. This is what men do. Okay, this is what men do. A lot of the stuff that we see is not true masculinity. It's a pseudo masculinity that we have been seeing. It's an asserted attitude and disposition that you give to people to say, hey, look, I'm a man. But what is really about being a man? It's about what business you're standing on and what you have accomplished and what you set out to do for not just you, but for your people as well.
Right.
And that's what we out here to do. So you're not gonna see brothers sitting around wasting time focusing on what people are talking about online, because we got work to do. We're busy. We're busy. We'll get up with you when we done doing some other things, and we'll holler at you online, like, you know, when we got time. But we busy.
Absolutely.
My final thoughts on the situation is we got to understand that in order to thrive, you have to understand and have a business mindset. When you go to your 9 to 5, you don't go there quoting scriptures. You go there because you know what your job title is for.
That's right.
Everybody know their task. From the maintenance man to the security guard, everybody is in unison. We know what we're here for. And we know the rules. So when you come to this, you can't come to this thing with a religious mindset, because all that's going to do is create fights, infighting, wars, disagreements, back and forth. So we have to have relationships, people. You can't be overly religious to the point where you're no earthly good. You get what I mean?
Right.
Because sometimes you could get into a room and you can have great men sitting amongst you, and then you open your mouth being religious. When we're talking about business, the people are in this room are key players, heavy hitters. I'm not saying forget about the Most High. Don't misconstrue what I'm saying.
Right.
What I'm saying is there is a time and a place for everything. There's a season for everything. There's a reason for everything.
Yeah.
You understand that? When you're around men that are focusing on development, that's not the time to be talking about, well, the Bible says that in chapter 3, verse, listen, they didn't come here to hear me.
Right.
Respect to the scriptures, but listen, again, because when we make these videos, people run on YouTube and they just make channels where they listen to what you say and then they start saying, well, see, he denounced the faith. See, he started a cult. See, he's not honoring the word of the Most High. And all this does is separates us, it divides us, because what it shows us as men is that we don't know how to conduct business. We're just not taught. We just religious.
Right.
So we got to get rid of the religious spirit. Because you could be around so many people that want to move forward, and that when that religious spirit come out, it just separates. That's what religion means. It comes from a word. Yeah,
That sounds more like a
Religious.
demonic spirit. A religious spirit
Right.
got to be
Yeah.
a demonic spirit if that's what
Real
he's doing.
talk.
to people.
It is, absolutely.
The word religion or religious, it comes from a word called religio, which means to hold you back from
Wow.
making progress.
Wow.
Wow.
That's what it means to be religious.
Man.
You're being held back. And you wondering why year after year you're in the same boat. And we know how to argue online. The other day I was disappointed when I saw a video that somebody made about Brother Newbreed. And it's not like we paying attention to all the nonsense, but you keep your ears to the streets, you can't help but hear things. But my point is, you have a man that is connected, a brother that's passionate about what he believes in and focused on this agenda and this initiative, and you got grown men speaking against something that's positive. So you don't want nobody to win. You would rather everybody be on the soup line begging bread. I thought you believed in the Bible. It says that I have not seen the righteous forsaken or his seed begging bread.
Right.
Well, if you don't want me to win, you want me to beg.
Yeah.
So who you really serving?
Right.
That's all I'm gonna say on that one, man.
Man.
So
Ooh.
hey,
Jeez.
listen,
Let's
Man.
get it.
Yeah, man. Ooh, man. It's more than I can say, but you know what? We crossing that hour mark, and man, I've said my final statements, and man, we building with the brothers, man. Listen, everybody like this video, get it through those algorithms, share this. This need to be shared everywhere.
It's a legendary stream, man.
Yeah, this is legendary, man. This is real talk. Brothers is speaking nothing but truth, man. It's
Hey.
another level now, y'all. It's time that we go ahead and do what we need to do. Come outside, y'all. Hey, look, I
come
love y'all.
outside.
How about that?
Stop
Love
hiding.
y'all. Yo, I love y'all, man. Y'all be safe out here. More material coming. See y'all soon. Shalom and peace.
Peace. We out.